You know, one of the biggest trading lessons I ever learned, if not the biggest trading lesson I ever had, was to understand that my individual stock trades don't operate in a vacuum. They're really mostly moving in line with what the big major indexes are doing, like the S&P and the Dow and the Nasdaq. Understanding what those guys are doing gives you a clue as to why your individual trades are acting the way they are. Your individual stock trades are like ships on the ocean of the major market indexes, so you need to know the tide and current of the market to successfully navigate your way to trading profits. Are we in a bull market or a bear market? What will happen to your trades this week? Don't get caught out and don't miss out. To understand the charts you're about to see, get your free video course and manual, plus many other free bonuses at stockgossipfilter.com. Now let's begin the show. So as always, starting off with the big picture here, the S&P 500 is up and down, red and black pegs is action, and that's smoothed out for us by the outflowing averages here. The most being the 3-week average, and it's above everything. The averages out healthy, but as I'm rotating over the last few weeks, it did get ahead, it did needed to correct, and the last weeks it appears what the market had the market doing. Presume day-to-day chart here. The chart did say a couple of weeks ago there a shelf had formed here, up there actually, and if it went below, lower prices would happen. It did go lower prices happen, and as I said last weekend, I also was expecting a bit of a bounce back here, and that is what's happened. So what's going to happen next this week? Let's draw some lines here, because the market may have carved out a triple top here, or what's also known as a head and shoulders. So there's that line, kind of support resistance that broke, tried to get back above it, failed, and is hovering around here now. So the other thing that's happened here is that head and shoulders I'm talking about here. So the head and shoulders is okay. So there's the left shoulder, right shoulder, and that's the head. That's how the pattern goes. So it depends on which way you call in the left shoulder, this one or this one. Either way, they come in at around the same place. So this market needs to stay above 4,350 if it's going to avoid a more significant drop, which again would not be an unhealthy thing as long as it stays above that 40-week moving average, which keeps it rising. That's not going to be the end of the world. We are coming into September more, and it's a full moon coming up. Let's look around a few other charts here, and there it is. There's that full moon coming, which does affect things, believe it or not. About 2/3 of the time, that's correct. And Dow is actually leveling off a little bit even. The Nasdaq, which is the one that led it all, the one that needed to cool off most of all, it really does have that top, that carved out now, that head and shoulders, and pretty much does what the S&P 500 has been doing, just the numbers here are going to be different. This needs to stay above 13,301, but again, not an unhealthy thing. If it comes back down here and stays above this really nicely rising 40-week moving average, which would mean I'm kind of again about a month away from calling a brand new bull market using my system that's never failed. So this is still a fox market. It's a fox market, meaning it's transitioning into something. We don't know what yet, but odds are that's looking like a bull market, barring any massive disasters. But this week, what's going to happen this week ahead? Well, let's take a look. I've got to have the guess of things here. Everything is going to depend on that line holding that I just showed you. But, it did end on a more of an up note. So I'm going to have a slight tick to the bullish side, but only a bullish side, and that is based on the caveat that it stays above that 4,350. And I will speak to you next time. I appreciate you giving this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe or you could miss an important market call. Next up, a free webinar, how to read stock charts and trade stocks, so you'll know what I'm looking at each week and why, as well as be able to trade your own stocks. I'll speak to you next week.